Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's critically important for anyone serious about preparedness, yet it's often dangerously misunderstood. We're talking about water, but not just finding it. We're talking about the hidden biological threats that can turn your life-saving water source into a life-threatening poison. We all know the prepper mantra, hydrate or die. But what if the water you're drinking is the very thing that makes you sick? It's a terrifying thought, and it's why understanding bad water biology is non-negotiable. Let's start with the basics. When we talk about bad water biology, we're not just talking about muddy water. We're talking about a microscopic world teeming with invisible dangers: bacteria, viruses, protozoa, and other pathogens. You can't see them, you can't smell them, and you often can't taste them. Things like Giardia, Cryptosporidium, E. coli, and cholera are the real boogeymen in a survival situation. These aren't just things you read about in history books. They are very real threats in any untreated water source, whether it's a pristine-looking mountain stream or a rain barrel in your backyard. Many people think, I'll just boil my water, I'll be fine. And yes, boiling is an excellent method of disinfection. A rolling boil for at least 1 minute or 3 minutes at higher altitudes will kill virtually all pathogens. It's the gold standard. But here's the catch. What if you can't make a fire? What if you're on the move and need to conserve fuel? What if you're in a situation where a fire would give away your position? Relying on a single method is a classic prepper mistake. We need layers of protection, just like with home security. This brings us to filtration. A good quality water filter is an essential piece of gear. But not all filters are created equal. You need to pay close attention to the filter's pore size, which is measured in microns. To effectively remove bacteria and protozoa like Giardia and Crypto, you need a filter with a pore size of 0.2 microns or smaller. Many common backpacking filters meet this standard. However, this is where a critical piece of information often gets missed. Most of these filters do not remove viruses. Viruses are much smaller. To get rid of viruses, you generally need a filter with an even tinier pore size, often labeled as a purifier, or you need to combine filtration with another method. This is why a multi-barrier approach is so crucial. Your primary system might be a high-quality filter, but what's your backup? And your backup's backup? This is where chemical treatments come in. Water purification tablets or drops, typically containing iodine or chlorine dioxide, are lightweight, compact, and effective against a broad spectrum of pathogens, including viruses. The downside? They take time to work, often 30 minutes to 4 hours, depending on the water temperature and the specific chemical. They can also leave an unpleasant taste, which you can often improve with a neutralizer or a little bit of powdered drink mix. Another powerful tool in our arsenal is UV light. Portable UV purifiers use ultraviolet light to scramble the DNA of microorganisms, rendering them harmless. They're fast, usually treating a liter of water in about 90 seconds, and they don't alter the taste. The main drawbacks are that they require batteries, and they only work on clear water. If the water is cloudy or has a lot of sediment, the UV light can't penetrate effectively to reach and neutralize all the pathogens. This is a perfect example of why pre-filtering is so important. Always run your water through a cloth like a bandana or a coffee filter to remove the big stuff before you treat it, no matter which method you're using. Now, let's talk about a common misconception. Running water is safe water. I've heard this so many times. Oh, it's a flowing river, it must be clean. This is one of the most dangerous assumptions you can make. That clear, fast-moving stream could have a dead animal decaying in it just 100 yards upstream. It could be carrying agricultural runoff, laden with chemicals and bacteria from a farm miles away. The visual clarity of water has absolutely no correlation with its microbiological safety. Never, ever trust a water source just because it looks clean. Always treat it. So how do we put this all together into a practical strategy? First, educate yourself on the specific threats in your area. Are there particular agricultural or industrial runoff concerns where you live? Second, build a layered water procurement and treatment plan. Don't just own one filter. Consider having a primary filter for home or bug-out bag use, chemical tablets as a lightweight backup, and maybe even a UV pen for quick, on-the-go situations. Practice using your gear. Don't let a crisis be the first time you read the instructions for your water filter. Know how to backflush it, know how long the cartridge lasts, and have a replacement ready. Let's talk about long-term scenarios. If you're planning for a situation that could last weeks or months, your water strategy needs to be even more robust. This is where larger systems like gravity filters come into play. They can process several gallons of water at a time with minimal effort, which is ideal for a family or a small group at a base camp. Also, consider methods of water collection and storage. Setting up a rainwater catchment system is a fantastic, sustainable option. But again, you have to treat that water. Bird droppings on your roof, dust, and airborne pollutants can all contaminate your rain barrel. Another advanced technique to consider is solar disinfection, or SODIS. This involves filling clear plastic PET bottles with water and leaving them in direct sunlight for at least 6 hours. The sun's UVA radiation kills pathogens. It's a free and effective method, but it's dependent on sunny weather and requires clear water and specific types of bottles. It's a great trick to have up your sleeve, especially as a supplemental or emergency method when other resources are scarce. The key takeaway from all of this is that complacency kills. The single biggest reason preppers might get sick from their water is by making assumptions or cutting corners. They get tired, they get lazy, they see a beautiful mountain spring and think, just this once. But it only takes one sip of contaminated water to put you out of commission for days or even weeks with severe gastrointestinal illness. In a survival situation, being debilitated by diarrhea and vomiting is not just miserable, it's a death sentence. You can't defend yourself, you can't work, and you become a liability to your group. So let's make a commitment to being water-wise. Audit your preps today. Do you have multiple ways to purify water? Do you know how to use them? Do you have backups for your backups? Remember the process. Collect, pre-filter to remove sediment, then disinfect using boiling, filtration, chemicals, or UV light. Never skip a step. Your health, and maybe even your life, depends on respecting the invisible world of bad water biology. Stay smart, stay prepared, and stay hydrated. The safe way. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this deep dive into water safety was helpful. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and share this with anyone you think needs to hear it. Let me know in the comments what your go-to water purification system is. Stay safe out there.